Hello everyone, and today we will learn the answer to the question if he loves you or another girl. Think of a number from 1 to 6 and this will be the number of the spread. So take your time. So the spread number 1, the first position is his thoughts about you. The second position is his feelings about you. The third position is how he sees your relations, and the fourth is about his intentions towards you. The second layer is about him and her, another girl. The first card is his thoughts about her, the second is his feelings about her, the third is how he sees their relation, and the fourth one is his intentions towards her. Well, his thoughts. His thoughts are full of thrills, full of fears, maybe without any rational foundation, maybe too enlarged, exaggerated. Maybe there are some problems connected with you in his life, and he is full in his thoughts. But the problems are not very large, in fact. Simply he is full of these thoughts that are not very important. So his feelings. He feels that there is some cooling among you, even though he still contacts with you. How he sees your relations. There is some disillusion. There is some boredom. He feels that the relations are boring. There are no common interests. Maybe again these problems. He sees some problems and he doesn't want to solve them. And it makes him really disappointed, unhappy. As to his intentions, he is going to lead a double life. He is going to have some mystery from you. Well, as to another girl, I see that here the situation is much better for her. He feels like a warrior in these relationships. He feels like a victorious guy. Maybe he had some competitor whom he won, or maybe he is simply quite successful. He reached his aim with her, and as to his feelings, he feels that he is like at home with her, that he has a family with her. Maybe they are married, because this card is a family card, 10 of Pentacles. In their relations, I can see that there are some battles, some competitions, some wars, maybe quarrels, but still this argument can be among him and another guy for her, not with her. But maybe there are some misunderstandings in this couple, but they don't damage their relations very much. And at last, his intentions, maybe there are no many romantic feelings in him, but he still is going to build strong, reliable relations with her. Maybe as I have said, they have some family, some home, house, children, etc. And he doesn't want to change anything in these relations. So you should think if you need such um, situation in your life, or um, how you can make him interested in you more. The spread number 2. The first position is his thoughts about you. The second position is his feelings about you. The third position is how he sees your relations, and the fourth is about his intentions towards you. The second layer is about him and her, another girl. The first card is his thoughts about her, the second is his feelings about her, the third is how he sees their relation, and the fourth one is his intentions towards her. His thoughts are about building a family life with you, some kind of home, and it is a very good card. But unfortunately, I can see that there is some hardness in his heart. He feels a little difficult, and he has some load on him. He has some not happy feelings. I can't say now why it happens. Maybe because there are some material problems. In fact, the third card here shows that he sees your way as a way of a couple who is together, but having some material problems. Maybe it is connected with health. Maybe it is connected with money or with some material questions. As to his intentions, I can see that he is going, even if he can't now feel love, romance, he is going to find in his soul these feelings for you, because this card, Two of Cups, shows us a happy couple. Maybe he is going to solve all these problems and to enjoy life with you. So I can say that even if he doesn't feel love at this certain time, at this certain moment, he will find some resource in his soul, in his heart, and I think that everything will be okay with you. Well, as to another girl, I can see that he, in this spread, kind of struggles with her. At first, on the first position, his thoughts are about resisting some enemies. Maybe he sees this girl as an enemy because he sees her as an upside queen of swords, and that means that he sees her a bit quarrelsome, a bit despotic, a bit uneasy person. Maybe she's his boss, because the third position, his relationships with her shows us that maybe it is some work, maybe it is again about solving some material problems. Maybe he gives some opportunities, material opportunities, but in the end he is going to have some uneasy conversation with her, some rows maybe, very strict argument maybe. Maybe he is going to struggle with her as an enemy because of this King of Swords shows that maybe even he is going to finish their relationships. So there is no opportunity for her that he loves her. He doesn't love her at all. And with you, he is going to build his future life. The spread number 3. The first position is his thoughts about you. The second position is his feelings about you. The third position is how he sees your relations, and the fourth is about his intentions towards you. The second layer is about him and her, another girl. The first card is his thoughts about her, the second is his feelings about her, the third is how he sees their relation, and the fourth one is his intentions towards her. Well, his thoughts. He thinks that your relations are full of love, romance, good feelings, but deep in mind, deep in his soul, he feels opposite. You see, he's such a guy who wants to win a lady by any means, and then he can become disappointed and think what for he did it. How he sees your relationships. There is a lot of sex for him in these relations. Maybe there is too much of sex, maybe he is full of it. And as to his intentions, he is going to go away. As to another girl, things happen to be even worse. There is some injustice between them. Maybe that means that they have some problems with some legal questions. It seems to me that their situation is a situation of a couple who are divorced, because he is very aware of this injustice. He feels that he has to struggle with her greatly. This Knight of Swords in an upside position, that shows that he really has to struggle, has to conflict. How he sees their relations. He sees that there is a deep misunderstanding among them. There is some, again, going away, divorcing, and so on. As to his intentions towards her, he is going to hurt her with this card. Three of Swords shows it very brightly. He wants to hurt her as much as possible. So you should think if you need such relations, and if you need, you should return him somehow. Make yourself more interesting. Make your sex with him more interesting. And as to love, I see that he thinks that he loves you, but um, maybe he doesn't love you really. But I can say that this is not a stable picture. Things can change in a period of time, and if you make an effort to save these relations, maybe everything will be changed. The spread number 4. The first position is his thoughts about you. The second position is his feelings about you. The third position is how he sees your relations, and the fourth is about his intentions towards you. The second layer is about him and her, another girl. The first card is his thoughts about her, the second is his feelings about her, the third is how he sees their relation, and the fourth one is his intentions towards her. Well, his feelings. He feels that your relations are very hard for him. There is some dependence. There are some restrictions in what he wished he could do freely. His thoughts. He thinks that he or maybe both of you are in an easy position. We can see on this card, 5 of Pentacles, a couple of very poor, suffering people. And that is what he thinks about your couple. That can mean that there is some disease, or maybe there are some material problems, maybe connected with money, and there is a lot of suffering because of it. How he sees your relations. One of the interpretations here is that there is a divorce or any other legal question among you. So, legal questions. Another variant is that there are some very important conversations and decisions you have to reach. As to his intentions, he is going to continue staying in this uneasy and dependent position, and maybe to make you also somehow dependent and unfree. In short, you should be careful, because he may tell you a lie, be cynic, flatter, and something like that. So, as a result, I can't see any love from his side towards you. Well, his relations with another girl. What he sees in her. He sees her, he feels her as a queen of wands. That means she is quite an attractive lady for him. Such a person can be full of energy, full of will, enthusiasm, emotions, and magnetism. So she can be very interesting for him. Such a person is a person who reaches good career, who builds a good career, or who is a bit of actress, or even a kind of a witch, even if she doesn't understand it. He feels, feelings. He feels a little disappointed. It seems to me that it is not a very important question, but still there is some disharmony between them. Because the third position, says that he sees their relations as long, serious, full of intellectual interest there is in these relations. They like to talk, to discuss something with each other, something like that. And in conclusion, the fourth position, he is going to have a little argument with her, maybe some quarrel. As I have said, there's some misunderstanding, there's some disharmony, and maybe this is the result. But in most times, in most cases, it will be not very serious. So I can see that even if he doesn't love her very emotionally, he appreciates her highly, and there is some intellectual interest among them. Maybe you can make yourself more intellectually interesting and think if you need such relations, and if so, try to be more interesting for him. The spread number 5. The first position is his thoughts about you. The second position is his feelings about you. The third position is how he sees your relations, and the fourth is about his intentions towards you. The second layer is about him and her, another girl. The first card is his thoughts about her, the second is his feelings about her, the third is how he sees their relation, and the fourth one is his intentions towards her. So, as to his thoughts, he thinks that you're at the position of strength. Maybe you are his boss, or you can be simply despotic. He feels that he is very dependent on you. As to his feelings, he feels some disharmony. You see the Two of Cups in an upside down position. That can mean that you have some quarrels, some wars, or simply there is no harmony in your relations. So, how he sees your relationship? He feels and sees that he is in a very uneasy position, that he is tired, that he has no freedom, and that he has no chance to release from these relations. On the whole, one of the most difficult cards on the deck. And as to his intentions, he is going to continue some relations with you. Maybe it is connected with earning money, getting money, or maybe he has some material advantages from you, or he simply has some uneasy situation in which he can't part with you, and he is going on to do it, but it will be the relations that are a bit sick. Something is wrong in it. Some unhappiness there is, some illness. So I can't see any love in this position. As to relations with another girl, he sees her as an upside down queen of sticks. That means that maybe she is egocentric, maybe she is simply jealous. Sometimes such a woman can be a little cruel, self-centered, but according to other cards, I can see that he forgives her. So, as to his feelings, we can see that there is some routine, there is some situation of no changes in their relations. And if they are married, that can mean that there is simply some ordinary life. But if there is no official marriage or any kind of marriage, simply he is a bit tired of not marrying, of waiting for it for a long time, and so on. As to his attitude to their relations, he sees he is like a Knight of Cups, and that means that he sees the relationships very romantic. There is lots of love and beauty from his side, and maybe from her side, maybe, as I have said, he sees that she is not very very patient, so let's say, but still he sees that there is a lot of love, and as to his intentions, he is going to bring something new in their relations, maybe to make a proposal if they are not married, or to get to some new step in their relations, because a page always means some new beginning, but that card can't mean that he's going to separate with her. So I think that the relation between them is much more about love than with you, unfortunately. The spread number 6. The first position is his thoughts about you. The second position is his feelings about you. The third position is how he sees your relations, and the fourth is about his intentions towards you. The second layer is about him and her, another girl. The first card is his thoughts about her, the second is his feelings about her, the third is how he sees their relation, and the fourth one is his intentions towards her. His thoughts about you: he thinks that you are a page of sticks and that you have very good potential. Maybe he is going to go on your relationships, and he sees a lot of potential in these relationships. He sees that you are sincere, that you are a very good person. As to his feelings, I can see here that he invests a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of efforts into your relationships, and it is very good, but maybe there is some inequality among you. Maybe it is the difference in age or in social status or some other kind of inequality. In the position of how he sees your relationships, I can see that he also sees that everything is on a very high level, well made, with some good approach. There is a lot of care, there is a lot of acceptance on different layers of personality, and I must say that this is one of the best cards on relationships. And as to the fourth position, I must say that he is going to lead some double life, maybe with some erotic sense, but maybe he wants to have some mystery from you that is not connected with any love affair. So he is going to have some mystery for some time. As to the second layer, as to his thoughts about her, I can see that there are lots of such situations that he is going to separate, to go from her, not to maintain any relationships, but then he comes back, and this is a kind of repeated situation multiple times. As to his feelings, I can see devil here on the second position. This can mean there is a lot of sex in his feelings, so I can see that there is maybe a lot of attraction among them on this level, on the level of sex of the second chakra, Svatisthana chakra, and maybe this sex is even not healthy already. Another variant here is that he has some relationships with her that are not official. On the third position there is a Knight of Sticks. He sees their relationship as very active, very bright. Here it is again a lot of sex. It is a sexual card. It shows hot-tempered. It shows some bright emotions. And as to the intentions, here I can see that he can part with her. Maybe there can be not quarrels, but simply a double life, also double life. Maybe he is not going to prefer any one of you. You see, I can see that he has a good connection with you on all levels of his personality, while with her he has a strong connection on the level of sex, and maybe this is a bit of difficult situation for him to choose one of you, but as the question was whom he loves, so I think that he loves you more, much more than her. Maybe you can think of how you can make your sex with him more interesting, more vivid, and maybe this is a way out for you.